YouTube friends. It is Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. It is May 19th, Wednesday, and I am here to do an update. To tell you guys the truth, I don't have the exact numbers that I have stitched since last video, so I'm just going to have to provide you guys with the numbers, the amount I've stitched for the month on each project. I do have a note on what projects I've worked on since the last video. I just don't have the exact number of stitches because I've just been updating the same little paper. So without further ado, I will go through first my Non-Mirabilia WIPS, and then I will do my Mirabilia WIPS. So it's split about 50-50. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 Mirabilias and 3 Nons. But I have gotten a lot of stitching done, so I'm super excited to share that with you. If you see the flickering a little bit above there, that's because I have the overhead fan on. It is hot in California, or at least, I mean, okay, so it's a high of 79 today, so that's not that bad. Yesterday it was in the 80s, but I don't deal with heat well, so the fan's on, so excuse that. But anyways, so yay, I have some updates. I don't have any new starts, but anyways. So the first one I want to share with you guys is the Slytherin Common Room. This is what it will look like when it's done. And this is what it looked like last time. And here is where I'm at now, and I am so in love with this. I am loving how this is looking. Yeah, it's been so much fun. I've gotten 611 stitches done on this. However, half stitches only count as half of a stitch, so if I were to count them as a whole stitch, it would be a lot more. But I love that you can start to see the bricks going down. There is a ton of back stitching on this, and I intend to backstitch as I go, otherwise it will never get done. But I do want to like complete an area before I do backstitching on it, so my aim right now is to work on these bricks on this side and then come back and do the backstitching on those. But I'm really loving this project a lot. So that is that. I made an herbal cold brew. I've never done cold brews before, with tea or anything, but I had heard that it's sweeter when you do the cold brew and that you oftentimes don't have to add sugar, and there was no way I could believe that. But it's true. This cold brew is so good. It's my monthly herbal tea that I got with the Plum Deluxe tea club, and I don't even know what the flavor is. Something, I don't know. There's a lot of different flavors in there. And it's so good though, so I'm really enjoying it. And I just realized that I forgot to put my wedding ring back on. I think I put on some moisturizer and I forgot to put it back on, so we'll have to do that after the video. Next we have Visit the Shire. This is what that will look like. And this month I have done 334 stitches on it. And this is what it looks like now. So that is the entire piece. You can see it fits there. So it is full coverage, but I mean it's fairly small for a full coverage piece. So I'm really enjoying this one. I've only been doing the one color, but there's so much of it, and it's pretty mindless to work on. So, yep. So that's Visit the Shire. Next we have the Wonderland series from Brooks Books. This is what it will look like when it's done. I've rearranged the characters. I wanted to kind of go more along with the like the order that you'll see the characters in the books. So I kind of rearranged them. And so I have done 200 stitches on this. However, it is just a green stripe. The green stripe all the way across. And the other thing that I realized is that I accidentally got this turned around. I should have been stitching the green stripe this way up on the top. And so luckily I will have enough fabric so that I don't have to rip that out. It's changed so it's not exactly centered on the fabric. I've still thought about tearing it out, but that's over 400 stitches to tear out, and yeah. I'm really frustrated with myself on this one, but it is what it is. So those are my non-Mirabilias that I worked on. My Mirabilias I've gotten a ton of progress on. So the first one is Raven Queen. That is what she will look like when she's done. And so far this month, I've done 1,000 stitches on her. I think 1,002. This is what she looked like last time. And here she is right now. So over here is as far as it goes on that column. So I'm trying to fill in this whole column area before I move my key snap down. But I am really loving this project and how it looks on this fabric. It's so like dark and moody. Oh, I just love it. So this is Picture This Plus Gothic, I believe 28 count. I usually do 28 count. It's just my preference. Next we have the green conversion of red. I've only done, sorry, excuse me. This is what red looks like. This is the green conversion that was stitched by Kelly Dunn from the Evergreen Stitcher. I've only done 200 stitches on her, so this is what she looked like last time. And here she is now. So I completed some black over here and some of her flesh color in here, and then some of this very dark green over here. So she is one that I hope to get some more work in. Excuse me, sorry. But I am glad to have gotten some work on her. There are still several Mirabilias that haven't gotten any work on them yet, so I definitely need to pull them out. Next we have The Dressmaker's Daughter, and this is what it will look like when it's done. I have done 569 stitches on her. This is what she looked like last time. And hang on. Here she is now. So I've just worked more down this side. Soon I will be able to get it go over here and work over there. So, let's see. When I look over here on her, I think it's over here, so there's like this much more to go before I finish the purple. But yeah, I had thought about coming in this time and working some in on her dress, but I do think I'm going to continue doing all the background on her first. So I'm really enjoying it. Now that I'm actually highlighting on the pattern, it's going so much faster. I have them piled up. Sorry, excuse me as I move you guys a little bit. Oops. Because I don't want them to tip over. I have them piled up all over there. The last one I have an update on is Lady of the Flag. I'm not taking her out of her protective plastic covering. And like I said, I was going to work on the flag, and I've done 900 stitches. And I don't think I had worked on her yet, but when, so I think that's all 900 from this last week. And isn't that flag looking amazing? It is so beautiful. I've mainly done the dark reds. I did do a tiny bit of blue, but I've mainly done the reds. So I am really happy with my progress on her. I would have done more, but we're always watching. I have her on the stand, so that's downstairs. And whenever I'm working downstairs, it's always because my husband and I are watching something, and I just cannot stitch much while watching TV. I just get distracted, so. Anyways, that is my stitching update in the Mirabilias I've worked on. I still need to work on basically every season. No. Well then, no. So I need to work on summer and spring still. I need to be able to work on Persephone. I need to work on restarting Veronica. Was there anything else that I haven't touched at all yet? Well, let's check. I had 13, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Spring, summer, Veronica, Persephone. Yeah, so those are the 4 that I still haven't touched. So my goal will definitely be to fit them in this next week. And then I will have at least touched every Mirabilia this month. I'm pretty impressed with myself for having been able to stick to this challenge for so long so far this month. Yeah. Okay, the other update I have is a little bit of a quilting one. And that is that I started to cut the fabric for the quilt I'm making for my husband. And I've cut about half of it, and I have them separated by cut size in here. So I'm halfway to cutting them all. And I think while this video is uploading, I will work on cutting the other half because I really need to start piecing them if I'm going to get it done by our anniversary. And I still needed to get him to take me to Joann's so I can get some backing fabric. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but we sold my car sometime during this quarantine. someone just walked up to the door and asked if we wanted to sell it, and that car has been trouble, so I was like, yeah, get rid of it. I think that was in the fall. I'm not working, so there hasn't been like an urgency to get me a car. Anyways, so what I did was, this is a log cabin quilt. I will put a picture of what a log cabin block looks like here, so you get an idea. So all the strips are the same width, and just they get bigger, and as the block gets bigger, the length gets bigger. So I have 2.5 inch blocks, blues, greens, purples, 4.5 inch, 6.5 inch, 8.5 inch, 10.5, 12.5, and then 14. I need the least amount of 14 inch because it's only on one side. But so I have been using this quilt in a day log cabin quilt block ruler. Let me there, you can see that. So it's 2.5 inches, and what you do is you just keep going out for the different sizes. So it's made cutting so easy and brainless and relatively fast because it's still a lot of strips to cut. I mean, I've cut, I guess, 60-ish so far. So I have another 60-ish to cut. But yeah, it's just makes it so much easier. I don't have to keep track of the numbers on the ruler. So that is my quilt update. I hope to maybe be able to show, that's a look. Maybe be able to show you guys a block or two next week, or if not next week, then the next week. Because when I pull out my sewing machine, it's not something I like to pull out and put away a lot, so I'm going to put it out, and then that means that this space that I normally do my cross stitching on, it will be more dedicated to doing quilting, and I also have to make those bags for the giveaways, and so that means I'll be working on a lot of sewing stuff as opposed to cross stitching stuff. So that's just the update with that, and that's about all I have to update right now. We still have all the puppies. They have their next checkup or shots on Monday. I think I have a cross-stitching night this weekend, and I'm really hoping to get to go to that. So I have to decide what I'm going to work on. Mirabilias are hard to take to work on something on a night like that because they're paper patterns, and I just struggle to work with paper patterns because they're such big papers. So I'll probably take something smaller. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So that's about all I have to update. So I will talk to you guys later. I might pop in a couple pictures or videos of the puppies. They're so cute. They're so funny. They love playing in the backyard and just being mischievous little animals. I think there's 2 of them here, but they're sleeping, so I'll let them sleep. And that's all. Bye, guys. Hey guys, it's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner, and I am here with a kind of Mira update. I haven't vlogged for the last few days because, well, I was doing some knitting and crochet. And then the other issue is because I'm doing this anniversary challenge with my group, it's not actually enabling me to randomize my mirrors as much as I thought that it would be able to. So, I've decided I've had to change the system a little bit of what I'm doing. So, started out with the wheel and was spinning that and then doing the random number picker to choose how many hours I work on it. Well, that's not working. So what I'm going to do to still stick with a random aspect when I can is that I've got my list here of how many stitches I've worked on every project. And I've decided, so on the wheel, you can do a probability, like of how probable that any given project is going to be worked on. I've decided that what I'm going to do is for every 100 stitches that I've worked on a project, I will take the probability down by 5. So it starts off at like 99, but I'm going to say that's 100. And so when I've done 100 stitches on something, it goes to 95, then 90, then 85. So that when I do get the ones that truly could be basically any of the projects, the ones that haven't been touched yet have a higher probability of getting drawn. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm telling you guys this because so far the only mirror I've been able to work on is I was able to do 100 stitches on Raven Queen. And then on my newest prompts that I just randomized, it's stitch on a project where you strayed from the path the designer intended. And the only mirror that I have that is for sure going through any kind of conversion is my green conversion of red. And the only reason Lady of the Flag isn't in that category is because I haven't yet decided if the current one I'm working on is going to be color converted or if the next one I do of it is going to be color converted, because I plan on stitching it twice, one in the colors that make it look like the Statue of Liberty and then one as it's originally charted. So because I haven't decided that yet, it's not for sure a color conversion. So I am pulling out this here's what the conversion looks like. This was stitched by Kelly Dunn from the Evergreen Stitcher. She hasn't done a flash tube update in forever, and this is it charted in red. And here is where I am at on her. So I am excited to pull her out and work on her some more. I will for sure be doing 100 stitches. If more prompts come up that I can work on her for, then I will continue to work on her. I'm not randomizing the number of hours that I work on a project anymore. That just wasn't working. So I'm hoping this new system will work well. So that is my update for now. I'm gonna update my wheel now, and hopefully sometime soon I'll get a prompt where I could actually randomize what I work on. So I will talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hey guys, so it is almost midnight, 2 minutes to midnight. My husband and I have just received dinner. I got Domino's and he's picking up his Wingstop order, and then I think we're gonna watch a movie or something. And so finally I have received a prompt that I could stitch on basically anything. Well, it is a choose your own whip. I had to stitch it during the morning hours, and since it's almost midnight, I drew this at like 3 p.m. and then I like decided to just sleep and not cross stitch at all since then. Anyways, so now it's technically gonna be morning hours. So I've updated the wheel, and you can see now that there are very different sized wedges. So the likelihood of turning that brightness down. So the likelihood of getting one of the ones that I haven't already done or started is significantly higher. And so I'm gonna spin and see what I will be taking down with me. So yeah, let's see. Spinning, spinning. Lady of the Flag. Oh my goodness, one I haven't worked on yet. So I will take her down with me. I might pre-do a few prompts for the challenge to see what else I need to take down with me, because it's only 100 stitches per task, and so that's not really hard to get 100 stitches. So I will see what else I need to slot in to see if Lady of the Flag will fit for the next one and more, or if I need to take multiple projects down with me. So I will give you guys an update on Lady of the Flag, like a preview, in a minute, and also let you know if I'm taking anything else down with me. So talk to you guys soon. We're all here just waiting for food.
Where's the spoon? I gotta make it presentable for them too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they care about the presentation.
They do. The presentation is everything with dogs, you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I lie to you about things like that.
Oh, it's so exciting. We're ready for
it's
food.
almost cold.
I think they're playing with the little ice cube over here.
Okay, this is gonna be for...
Who's it gonna be for?
It's gonna be for Rosie.
Rosie!
Rosie, come over here. This
Rosie
is yours.
Posey.
Rosie, here's yours. There you go, sweetie. That's yours. Here you go, baby.
Yeah, that worked so well. There's
Here you go.
Lily.
There's one for you. There's one for you. And there you go, buddy. There's yours. There we go. Let's step back. Right there you go. Voila.
Oh, they are eating. James, you just want to steal your sister's?
Wow. He's not hungry?
No, he was trying to eat from Rosie's, and then you moved him to this one. You should have moved her. James.
Here.
Gracie and Georgie get the leftovers.
Here you go, baby. Eat this one. Eat this one. There you go. There you go, James.
James.
James is not going to eat.
That's unusual. Hi, Grace.
There he goes. They're getting to the point where they might eat it all now.
Yeah. Remember when you could barely get Rosie to eat any?
Mm-hmm.
Now she's just scarfing it down.
Well, this time there's hamburger meat in it, so...
Oh. Real gourmet.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna get to eat, Gracie? Hi, Angel Face. Georgie Porgy. Hi, bud. I love you.
Look at Lily go. Lily and Sam.
Oh, man. Yep. And then he's almost have finished this bowl. Anyways, this is doggy feeding time.
Go ahead.
Now it's the big dog's feeding time. The problem is getting the little ones to not eat it.
No. Gracie, that's yours, baby. Go ahead and eat. Go ahead, baby. That's yours. Georgie, that's yours.
Oops. Sorry, bud.
No.
We
No.
mix their vitamins and medicine up into the food, so for the big dogs, they have a multivitamin. Gracie's got a tear stain.
No.
And then a gas aid because she's got bad farts. So, Georgie, eat your food. Good boy. And then once a month we put in the heartworm medicine. Otherwise it's a real battle to get them to eat it. So I'm gonna help corral the puppies now.
Same time like this.
So these three have all got their head licking out the pan that the food was prepared in. And little Sam's over there. He's left out. You're not very assertive for being the firstborn, you know. You're supposed to be the dominant one. Nope. You're just a little bit of a pushover, Sam's. These three, whew, they are in for every scrap they can get. So cute.